After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Why we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. As those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. This makes it up to the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, a former Auburn quarterback who entered the league in 2019, Jarrett Stidham.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
First and 10, it's Stidham. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Second and 3 now. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Shotgun snap now to Stidham. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Able to get it to Franklin. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Working from the gun. Here's Stidham. Caught by Pat Bryant. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
3rd down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Going for it with Harvey. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Harvey. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Rams nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
For the Broncos.
Blake Corum now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And they retain possession, so that's a positive, but that's the end of them, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. Off pass to Williams. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37th. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Straight ahead with Williams. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To the air with Stidham. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And it sets up 3rd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third? Third and long. They're going to throw. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
On fourth down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he gets it away from his end zone. Continuing to move past the 45. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. All the left side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Stafford from the gun. On the quick slant, it finds Adams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st down from the 42. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Stafford throwing again. Caught quickly on the slant. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Stafford again. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Stafford now on 1st down. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Talk about a chip shot! Talk about a chip shot! Make that kick! Make that
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams tie this game 7-7.
can't look! Make that kick! Take the kicker, guys! Give us some time!
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Stidham. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second. Stidham looking to pass. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. And now it's 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 4th down.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line.
Come on, Denver! These are the worst team in the NFL! You're gonna do it, Denver!
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. On the shotgun, it's Stidham. They left him wide open. It's complete. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. It's a design boot. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And this one does not go far.
R.J. Harvey. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Stidham with pressure coming. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, here's Stidham. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Gain of 43 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots, let's continue to pound.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 7.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Corum now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Rams on offense. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Knew it open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. That's Smith on the slant. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Williams, the ball carrier. Nick Bonito on the tackle. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
So 1st down from the 41. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches. Another run for Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs from the 37. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. First down throw here for Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Williams punches it in for the LA touchdown. The Rams earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kyron Williams the touchdown. Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams tie things up at 14.
At 14.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He finds his back, Harvey. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, third down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Here's Stidham to throw. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
First down throw, Stidham. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
To Troy Franklin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They'll throw again. Stidham. Complete to Mims. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout.
That's good.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air with Stidham. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. He works so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
It's an easy 3.
Will Lutz.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3.
Get these 3 points. Let's get 3 points on the board. Here we go. You can make that in his sleep. Come on, kick it.
Will Lutz
Enough waiting.
to
Let's
kick
crown a
off for the
champion,
Broncos.
shall we? The 2nd half of the Super Bowl is underway. Corum now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Motion man right is Smith. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Shotgun snap to Stafford. It is caught left side. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Rams are set to punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Harvey. Sent out of bounds after a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. The throw finds Evan Ingram. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Stidham on the sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
On now comes their punter. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
37-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. He gets this one to Nakua. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 3rd down.
Well, third down wasn't too bad, but that's not the case anymore. The penalty gives them this 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
First down, Rams.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll give it to Williams on the option, and he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw, Stafford. For the sideline, and it's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos have the football and are going to set up shop at the 15. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have 2 choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. On the draw, they give to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stidham. He'll try and run this. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On 3rd down, Stidham. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left with 4th down here. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now, Stafford. Finds his man over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down, Rams.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 38-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
All set to go now from the 35. On first down, here's Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a third-quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
The score, Rams 21, Broncos 17.
Points are huge. It's a gimme.
Let's go, Shirley Job.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
That's an easy
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Here's Stidham on the keeper. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
30-yard line.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. It's Harvey straight ahead. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Omar Spates on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Come on, this happened. You off the field. Is that a play? Can't believe I paid for this.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. The kick by Lutz is good, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Kick in. Make that kick. Talk about a chip shot.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Corum now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He's got a man left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Rams football as they try to close out their 3rd title ever. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Stafford back to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing is Stafford on third. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Offense.
Don't want to give them another shot at third down, so they'll bring up fourth while they can and decline the flag. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Drops it down, Harvey. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Harvey once more. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
2nd down, give to Harvey. Line up the design keeper. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Oh, no, the ball is loose. But the Broncos will get it back. Woo, heads up play to recover that one.
A loss of 3 yards, and it's 4th down.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And the deficit remains unchanged here in the 4th.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Rams headed out to the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Adams put in motion right. First down throw here for Stafford. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams grow the lead to 7.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Nevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams grow their lead to 8.
Rams 28, Broncos 20.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they've got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. To the air with Stidham. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing again on 2nd down here. Stidham. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, the spot's at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stidham now, 1st and 10. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
1st and 10 from the 43. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. Oh, he puts him air under this one, right side. Catch is made in close. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos down by only 2 in the 4th.
you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for two.
The Broncos.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he brings it in. They go for two and the tie, and it works out. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Whittington now on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Stafford now on 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
And a Rams 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They go with Williams on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Short pass brought in. And the Broncos corral it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. Stafford from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To throw, Stafford. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
This is Williams. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards. They're into the red zone.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another run for Williams. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Give them 5 on the play, and that gives them 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams going for the win here. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams have taken the lead late. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here he is to throw. This finds Franklin. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
This might just be the play an incredible Super Bowl is remembered for. Here's 4th down. Going for it with Harvey. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Williams now on 1st and 10. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first.
A gain of 2.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going left side, Williams with it. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw it. That's caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. On the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out.
We are in it to win it.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. Hits him on the in route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. 1st down throw, Stidham. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Stidham trying again on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. Four years after their last dance with the Lombardi Bronc, the Los Angeles Rams, champions once again. And I think it's still sinking in at different points for each player, Brock. Look at these shots. These guys have reached the crowning achievement for anyone who steps foot onto the gridiron as kids. Champions now, every one of them.
And it is something, Kate, they can never, ever have taken from them. I think you and I have come across many Super Bowl champions in both this game and champs in other sports, right?
Yeah,
and you hear the same message. This is something that was so hard to achieve, and it's something that nobody, not time, will ever take from them. What a moment.
So for our entire